Let's get into episode 2 for the evening. If you haven't checked out Batman Arkham Asylum, that should be uploaded right now, so please give that a view. But before we get into that, let's get into the intro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Chris Vick, and welcome back to The Game Lounge. Hey guys, so what's tuning in? Happy Thursday to everybody. Happy Thursday. Episode 2 for the night is indeed NBA Playgrounds 2. I wanted to play a little bit of basketball, but I also wanted to talk about what I said I was going to wind up talking about in the previous episode, which was about politics and how Trump is a big old bag of shit. Anybody that knows me well enough knows I don't really get into politics like that. I don't really listen to the news, and I'm not one of the individuals that will waste their time even trying to do it. So, you can't really find me watching the news and stuff like that. However, there are moments where if I was to lock in and actually listen to what somebody was talking about and stuff like that, I would actually get an earful of what I'm pretty sure would be nothing less than nonsense. I don't know if anybody else has been watching the news and stuff. I had recently saw a commercial which had to do with trying to get somebody with good threes. Well, you got a 60, so we'll choose Jerry Stackhouse. Random player, we got Harry Giles, and Hassan Whiteside. So let's get it started. So like I said, there was a commercial that I recently wound up seeing, which was, of course, approved by our president. Well, y'all president, because I don't rep him at all. President Donald J. Trump, and he wound up approving of the fact of the commercial. And unfortunately, the commercial has to do with the fact that there are individuals whom are immigrants to this country. Good basket. There are immigrants who are, considered foreigners to this country that, have been hiding so far. And if they go about being found, not only will they be found, they will get deported. Mind you, this is all being said on television, live national television. It sounds like everybody that is involved in being a terrorist or whatever foreign country that they consider a foreigner, or whoever's an immigrant, will wind up being considered, just somebody of foreign territory, and they don't deserve to be here, which is messed up considering the fact that majority of your votes was from those people. Nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's going to wind up giving the accolades to the immigrants and the people from overseas that unfortunately wind up. Bro, what? Oh, that's crazy. Defensive rebound. All right, let's let that cool off for a second. Hold on. Where is the shot spot at? Did I make that? Damn it. Oh, yeah. Re-up. Man. So the politics definitely got me flabbergasted because of the fact that you wind up having the nerve of telling these people that they probably had a promise tomorrow, a better, if they voted today, they have a better tomorrow, and led them on to a disarray of just false facts and just pure disrespect at this point. Because once you wind up getting the votes that you needed in order to get into office, mind you, this man got impeached already. So it's like, it's not to say that behavior doesn't change. It's just, my birthday. It's not to say that behavior doesn't change, because it does. It's just to also say that this person never seemed like they cared before. Yams. So they took advantage of the fact that they knew that a bunch of individuals would be coming from somewhere else in order to try and live a better lifestyle. Because unbeknownst to you, people that live in New York are living better lives than people who live in who are Palestinians and Iraqians and, from Afghanistan and stuff. Those people are unfortunately living serious situations that cause them to have to deal with whatever comes their way, which is so harmful, but God bless them. If you really think that you're living a hard life, it comes to you having to pay a difficult toll or whatever, or you having to pay a ticket, or you having to pay rent in New York City. Imagine you living in a third world country where you don't know if your town's gonna get bombed next. Imagine that. I'm only hitting the laughter to just try and ease the tension, but imagine that. That's insane. Like, how would you go about trying to accept that? You would have to sleep with both eyes open. You wouldn't be able to sleep 9 times out of 10. And reason being is because of the fact that you don't know if you'd be next. That's the terrifying part of being involved in something like this. Bro, what? Come on now. That was gay as fuck. Yes, I said it. That was gay. So, individuals that have to live with those scars and those fears every night, you can't really compare yourself to them. Great.
LeBron James.
No. Okay. Fine opening. That wasn't open enough. So these individuals have to deal with these things every day. Imagine you have to figure that out every day. Like, that'd be terrifying.
I want to get some ice on that.
Respectfully. So you wouldn't know what to really do about it. I don't want OT. Bingo. Money in the bank. And it's just hurtful to know that there's individuals out there that can't help but to figure it out. They have to sit back and really prey on the fact that they might not be next, or they might not choose to want to be involved in this.
So if you're over 40 and you just
we're running again. They did pretty good.
You're also probably hiding from your spouse.
Wow, there's a legend
And Trump is a lot to blame for this. This is the first president that does his part of trying to explain the world to us through Twitter. I'm not taking a president serious through Twitter, bro. You stupid? Nah. What do I look like doing that?
That is shameful.
Like, that's not a positive way to do it. If you want to go about doing it, do it the old school way. Do press conferences. Show up in person wherever you're at, because there's a microphone in every fucking city. Make sure that you know people that you're there. Let people know that you actually are in the works of trying to actually make things better. Because everybody can talk, but it's like, it's all about the action. If you're not moving with the action, and you know, everybody else could just say what they want to say. And one! I don't even know if you hit me. Oh, yes. Butterfingers. Run that. Yes. Yams! So, I definitely didn't vote for Trump when it came to the election time. I was not even going to waste my time trying to even give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, you're not going to get my vote. You will not see for one good second. Good block. You will not see for one good second anything that has to do with Chris Vick and voting for Trump, because I was not in the same room. I didn't want to, and individuals I know would be like, oh, you know, but your vote would go about being the one to count. Your vote might be the one to change it. Shit ain't changed. You are now living a lifestyle where an individual is taking away Medicaid and Social Security and welfare and food stamps and stuff for people that might actually need it, but because there's individuals that are using it for an abusive reason and not using it to help just keep them as a crutch, people are simply living off it. And I understand if you've tried to get a job and then it didn't work out. That's a different story. You simply are just living off it because of the fact that you feel like you're entitled to it. And that's not fair at all, because then anybody can live off it. That anybody could simply just decide to quit their job and just simply live off of public assistance. But there's a benefit to it that most individuals don't recognize. And it's okay that you don't get it, but it doesn't mean that you should continue to live off of it. Trump is going to wind up ceasing that for individuals that he feels like are overstepping their boundary of simply using it as a crutch. Public assistance is simply just a crutch until you can get yourself situated. When you do, then you stop using public assistance. It's like calling in for unemployment. It's like calling in for unemployment when you have a job. But you have a job. So what do you need unemployment for? What do you need it for? You don't. You can't call for unemployment when you're currently getting a check every week or every 2 weeks. You can't do that. That's what oversteps the boundary of you using a crutch of a system. That's why it doesn't last forever. Banger. That's why it doesn't last forever. And you have to take heed into the fact that it doesn't, because if you don't, then you'll just be sitting there expecting something to be given to you every time. No, if you're physically able to earn something, go out and earn it. That's just a fact. No. Oh, yes. No. Get that back.
Take another shot.
Yeah. Oh, switch it up. Banger. Banger.
Half the
So,
shot clock means half
with the way that
chances.
Trump is moving, I'm highly disappointed in the fact that he's taking away certain things because it affects seniors mostly too. And you guys are, and I know there's a lot of people out there that regret the fact that they even voted for him. Oh, you know, he's a tough individual. He speaks his mind. He's straightforward. He makes sure that his word is spoken truthfully. He's an honest individual. You know, he gets the job done. Anybody can get the job done. But when you start being disrespectful and you start taking away things that individuals have been using for years, even before you became president, you're just a fucking jerk at that point. Last name. You're just a fucking asshole. And I personally hate the fact that he chose to go this route off the strength that you've been given the privilege to be president yet again. Mind you, you fucked up the first time. If you fuck up the first time, 9 times out of 10, you don't fuck up again. Lightning doesn't strike the same place twice for certain individuals. If it does, then it's understandable. However the case, that doesn't mean that you should try that again. Then to also talk about the assassination attempt. Don't get me started with the assassination attempt. Me and my father was talking about it. Shout out to my pops. Me and my dad was talking about it, and he made a very valid point. He said, Chris, if anybody was trying to take somebody else out, and they wanted to get rid of that individual, nice flip, and they wanted to get rid of that individual beforehand, and they were skilled in doing it, don't you think they would have hit the target? And I actually, you ever had somebody say something to you and you had to let it cook for a second, just like that guy cooked my ankles? You ever seen somebody say something to you? Yeah, I better hope y'all win this game because you already lost the last 2.
LeBron James.
So when it came to, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry, you happen to be in my way. Yeah, so have you ever had an individual say something to you and at that given time you realize that they were actually saying something worthy of just logic and whatnot? Ooh. With logic. When he wound up saying the fact that the person would have never missed off the strength that they had been trained in doing such, it wind up opening my eyes like, yo, you're right. He was still right there. Whether it was the win trajectory or not, there was no way that you would have missed that shot.
Tried for a 3.
What? Yeah. There's no way you would have missed that shot. So the fact that you did that, it was a propaganda thing. It made him look bigger as a person. It made him look like he was more of a resilient president. I wound up getting shot at, and they couldn't stop me. The American government can always be the ones on top. We prevail at everything. So he wind up milking it by doing that. I feel like he paid somebody just to nick his ear. He paid a professional shooter to allow his ear to get hit or whatever, and it caused him to look like he actually did something worthy, which he didn't. Oh, let's go, 33%. And it was just a shambles. Now, to be honest, do I wish that he had got hit? Fuck yeah. I do. I'm heavily a believer of the fact that there's certain individuals that don't deserve to live on this planet. Not that I want them to be perished. I just highly believe in the fact that you not existing anymore would be really good. It would do the world a lot of justice if you would just, stop breathing. It'd be great. And, with the fact that he's the president now, it doesn't take away from the fact that got him. It doesn't take away from the fact that you still wind up making the horrible choices that you did. You have put individuals into a predicament where we have to go into fight or flight mode, and a lot of these people don't deserve. Oh, that's not a foul, ref. Get off me. And a lot of people have to go into fight or flight mode, which is not fair because a lot of those individuals are seniors. My grandmother might have to go through a few things because of the fact that Trump did what he did, and you know, she's not going to be too affected. However, I know at the end of the day, oh shit, I know at the end of the day, it will go about causing things to change.
Gotta watch that shot meter.
But we're black people, so we'll never lose. But like I said, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Game Lounge, though. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Episode 3 is coming up in just a minute. Sleeping Dogs is coming up next. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And any game ideas you might have, please send them to us. We would definitely love to try them out. Like I said, I got some new ideas coming soon, guys, so just stay tuned in. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for everybody who tunes in the evenings and shows love, the views, the likes, the sharing, the commenting. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I wish to get you to your dreams or wherever you want to be at in life. I want to promote you to get that far. So just God bless everybody. Like I said, Sleeping Dogs is coming up next. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, game into your sleep. Oh, LeBron got him with the ankles. Oh, shit, excuse me.